here to welcome Ahmed from Scroll. He's in the DevRel team, and he'll be giving presentation about Scroll and zero knowledge proof today. Intro to zero knowledge proof. So with that said, welcome, Ahmed.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Karamo. And yeah, thanks everyone for being here. Yeah, super happy to connect with all of you guys. And yeah, it's I prepare a detailed presentation, and we're going to cover a lot of topics. So yeah, I also like this format because we're here on this call. So yeah, make sure that if you have any questions, don't be afraid to jump in. Yeah, we're going to cover different topics. We're going to go from like a very basic explanation of what is zero knowledge. Maybe you have heard about it, maybe not. Yeah, we're going to first go into what is the intuition for zero knowledge. We're also going to talk about Scroll, because Scroll is a project that relies heavily on zero knowledge. It's the foundation of Scroll. Yes, Scroll is possible thanks to zero knowledge, but we're not all going to talk only about Scroll. We're going to talk in general about other projects that also I personally like that are happening right now in the ecosystem, in the blockchain ecosystem. We're going to talk about the future, about what is Scroll, and we're also going to do some like hands-on coding zero knowledge circuits, because that's what you do. This is the new thing that we can do with zero knowledge. We can write circuits to have privacy, but not only limited to privacy. And yeah, we're also going to. So Karamo mentioned me that you guys are not are not beginners. So you already know the basic from Solidity. So we're going to use your knowledge from Solidity to combine it with ZK, because both combine like extremely well. And yeah, I think it's going to be super exciting. We're going to do a lot of demos, coding, etc. Yeah, feel free to ask any question that you have. And there are not two a beginner or dumb questions, especially because this is a very new technology. So your knowledge is super new. So yeah, don't be afraid to ask any questions. There are also no too advanced questions, because if there is something that I can't answer, I can ask internally on the Scroll team and get back to you with a proper answer. So yeah, don't be afraid to ask anything. So yeah, so I prepare for you like this presentation. So what we're going to cover now is what is ZK and why is it important. This is a very basic introduction. And so we're going to cover we're going to this is actually I think this is probably the longest presentation that I've done, but yeah, I just will try to cover everything from the beginning, and we're going to start with chapter number 1, which is what is ZK. So we are going to cover what is it, what is the general intuition, what we can do with ZK, what are some use cases, and different things that are possible now with ZK that weren't possible before. We're going to look some projects that are ongoing right now that I find very interesting. And also we're going to talk about, maybe you have heard there is a lot of excitement about this technology, and maybe you are wondering right now why hasn't been this implemented before, or why aren't there more projects implemented with ZK. So we're going to talk also about that. And I'm also going to do my super maybe predictions of where I think CK is going. But just keep in mind, I want you guys to keep in mind two things. First one is that CK is a very, very new technology. So I invite all of you to keep your mind like super open, because also don't take like everything that you see from this presentation like as written on stone, because this is such a new technology that things may change super fast. So everything has been changing super fast recently. And on the other hand, I think that's why this is super exciting, because we can be part of this like super new technology, and we can apply it like to solve different needs. That's why I find extremely interesting that we're like in super different part of the world. Like I'm in Latin America right now. Um, the Scroll team is distributed all around the world. You are in Africa, so we can have like different perspectives, and I'm sure that my perspective is going to be not 100% the same perspective as you guys. Maybe you will find different use cases more important than others, so that's perfectly fine. And I think that's what we should like focus on. Like you should focus on what do you think this technology will serve. And other thing that I want to say right from the beginning, maybe you have heard that the zero knowledge technology is about privacy. So one thing that I want to say, like just from the beginning, is that Scroll uses zero knowledge technology, but Scroll is not like private, doesn't offer any features about privacy by default. So what do I mean by this? You know that everything on blockchain is super public, like probably Ethereum and Bitcoin are the technologies that are not anonymous. And CK can help with anonymity, and Scroll uses CK, but Scroll uses a part of zero knowledge that doesn't have anonymity by default. And Scroll only uses other capabilities of zero knowledge, which are scalability. So just I want to mention this from the start, because this is a very common misconception, because maybe you have heard that zero knowledge is about privacy and the Scroll uses zero knowledge, but Scroll by default doesn't have any privacy features. Does this means that you can't build privacy applications on Scroll? It's actually quite the opposite, because Scroll actually, even if it doesn't have any privacy feature by default, actually Scroll is a very good platform to develop on top of Scroll, like privacy-enabled applications. So, but we're going to cover all of this, but I just wanted to mention this from the beginning, because this is a very common misconception. But we're just talking about what is CK. Let's just start by just defining what is CK. And so what is CK? So you can summarize zero knowledge. This is like a presentation that I first did in Spanish, so I didn't like translate this part on the top. But zero knowledge, what does it mean? Zero knowledge, I think we will come back over and over to this specific sentence, that is, zero knowledge is prove something without revealing extra information. So to prove something without revealing extra information. This is what zero knowledge does. And maybe right now it's not clear what does this mean, or what are the use cases, and how can this like be expressed or implemented. But we will just keep going into this over and over. But just keep in mind this sentence, which is prove something without revealing extra information. This is the core of what zero knowledge is. And we're going to go through some examples. Maybe you have heard about them before if you have like research about CK. So the first example that you usually see about zero knowledge is this find Wally example. So maybe you have heard about this, and maybe you have, and also maybe you have played the Where is Waldo or Wally. I think Waldo is in English and Wally is in Spanish. I don't know. But Where is Waldo, Where is Wally game is that you have this character, this cartoon, and which is on this image, but it's like very hard to find. So usually this game is about finding him. It's usually like in this white and red striped shirt and with this hat and with his glasses. So usually you have this image and you have to find Wally or Waldo. And the thing about proving that you know some piece of information without revealing extra information is how can you prove that you know where is Waldo without revealing the actual location? So usually if you already found him on the image, you can point me to the image and say, okay, he's here. And you can prove to me that you know where he is just by pointing to the image. But what if we want to prove that, if you want to prove to me that you know the Waldo location without showing me the exact location? So what can you do? So yeah, you can look about alternatives such as, for example, you can grab the picture and just put it like, you just go turn your back on me and take a picture where just you can see like from very zoom in where Waldo is, the picture where he is, and just like in the picture on the right, and you can turn back to me and show me the picture, and I will believe it because you just took the picture. Okay, so you know where he is. You prove to me that you know where he is, but I still don't know the location from Wally or Waldo. So this is one way of proving that you know where Waldo is, without revealing the actual location. Yeah, maybe right now this example looks a bit silly, and you may think about, okay, what does this have to do with zero knowledge? But yeah, you will see in a moment how everything connects together. But the important part here is that, okay, you can prove the knowledge of something without revealing extra information. And I don't know, maybe you guys find out where Waldo is. Did you guys were able to find him in the image, in the picture? Yeah, I see some thumbs up. Yeah, nice. He's in the middle, right? So you can see he's just right here. Yeah, nice to see you guys found him. Okay, so that's one example. Another example that you usually will find while explaining zero knowledge is this Alibaba cave. So the Alibaba cave is a cave that at the end of the cave you have like a door, and the door has a key, and you have Alice and you have Bob, and they're going to play a game. So basically, Alice, she tells Bob that she has the key. She has the key of the door at the back, and but Bob, but she doesn't want to show the key to Bob. That's the game. And so the game that they're going to play is that Alice is going to enter into the cave, and then Bob is going to turn the back to her. Is going to, I don't know, just stop looking, and Alice is going to take either the path to A or the path to B up until the end of the cave. And when she is at the end of the cave, she's going to scream from the end, "Hey, Bob, I am ready at the end of the cave." So in order to prove to Bob that she has the key, Bob, who he doesn't know if he took the path from A or to B, he's going to say, "Okay, now that you are at the end of the cave, let's see if you can go back, but from the path to A, from the from the top side. And so if she enters from the P path, she will have to use the key to open the door and go to the other side. So she can just get out of the cave from the A side. So only if she entered on by the B part and she has the key, she will be able to go back from the A side. And so the problem here, of course, if this is like a 50% chance of getting it correctly, because if she actually entered by the A side and Bob said, okay, come back from the A side, she wouldn't have the need to use the key. So the game that they will play is just to play it over and over. They will repeat the game again, a second chance, at the second time. So the cumulative probability of Alice getting it right, it will be 25% the second chance and 12.5% if they do it over again. And 7.25%, 6.25% the fourth time. So every time that they do it, it will be like extreme. Alice will have to be like extremely lucky to get it correct every time. So they will play like the game, I don't know, 10 times or 100 times until Bob says, okay, now I believe that you have the key. So we'll believe her that she has the key, and she wouldn't have the need to show the actual physical key to Bob. So as you can see, like again, we go back to this phrase of proving that something is revealing extra information. So in the first example, you can reveal Waldo the knowledge that you know. You can prove that you know the Waldo location without revealing the actual location. You can prove that you have the Alibaba key without revealing or showing the actual key. And you can do other stuff. Like, for example, there is also this super common example that you may have heard when you heard about zero knowledge, is that when you go to the to party and to the I don't know how you guys say it on your town. Like when you go to party, you will, often will be asked to show your ID to get into the to a bar or to a concert or whatever. So when you reveal, when you show your ID, you will reveal your age. And if you are like of legal age, like if you have more than 18 years or 21 years, depending on your country, you will be allowed into the party. And the problem about this is that when you show your ID, you not only reveal your age, but you also reveal your name. Or, for example, in my country, you even reveal the country, like the city where you were born, and a lot of information that is not needed. Like, you don't even need to reveal your actual age. You just need to maybe like have a Boolean true or false that you are more than 18 or 21 years old to go into the party. So you can see ZK like being able to help people reveal if they are allowed into the party without revealing their names or the actual age or their birthday or the birth location or whatever. And also other use cases, like more related to crypto, it could be like you can have like any type of privacy enabled application. Could be DeFi, could be social media, could be governance, like voting, private voting, and video games. Like, for example, poker. If you want to play poker on chain, you won't be able to do it because everything is public. It wouldn't be fun to play poker if everyone is able to see each other cards, right? So with zero knowledge, you can have like many new use cases that are possible, and you're able to combine them with blockchain. So yeah, let's just talk about use cases that we have right now. So in general, you have two main use cases for zero knowledge. And this is all related to not revealing extra information. So if you don't want to, if you are able to like process information without revealing the whole story, you can have privacy enabled applications. And so what you can have is you can have identity applications, voting, um, social media, census, video game ticket in private DeFi. So these are all on the pocket of privacy applications. And you also have, on the other hand, other capability that zero knowledge is able to give to us is scalability. So scalability is basically making blockchain cheaper and faster. So you have layer twos. You have also not only layer twos, you also have Validiums, state channel payment channels, and even some layer ones that are able to make transaction faster, cheaper, and secure. We are sacrificing security with this new technology, which is zero knowledge. And Scroll is a scalability project. Scroll is a scalability project. So Scroll, we're going to talk more about Scroll in a moment. But yeah, just know that Scroll is able to leverage the zero knowledge by they just is able to provide faster and cheaper transactions thanks to this. How does Scroll is able to do this? Is because Scroll does a lot of off-chain computations and then just prove all the computation to Ethereum, because Ethereum today is the most secure smart contract blockchain. So Scroll does a lot of computation and then just proves all the computation to Ethereum without revealing the whole computation. So Ethereum doesn't have to recompute everything. He can just trust Scroll. Scroll didn't cheat, and all the transactions were done correctly because Scroll was able to prove it. And we're going to talk more about this in a moment, but just to give you a general idea of where Scroll is located. And what we're going to do today, we're going to discuss about scalability and zero knowledge and how Scroll is implementing this scalability for blockchain. But also we're going to talk about privacy applications. We're going to do like some solidity coding and also some circuits that is what is needed to do this privacy thing. And so if you are developers, you can implement into your project some privacy features. So we're going to talk a little bit about both in these sessions. So yeah, let's just talk about specific use cases with projects that I really like, and I invite you guys to research. And yes, some of my favorite projects. One of them is Semaphore, a project that allows you like anonymity sets. So basically, this allows you to prove that you're part of a group without revealing who you are. This is super interesting, and this is more like Semaphore is not a specific project, but it's more a tool that you can use on your project to, for example, prove that you are an NFT holder without revealing who you are. If you are a part of a group, if you are a citizen of a specific country, so you can vote, prove that you are a token holder, so you can execute a strategy or anonymize your token holding, stuff like that. Other application that I really like is also some sort of a tool, Macy. Macy is a tool specific for voting, also for quadratic funding voting. And I think it's super cool because you can vote for different projects without revealing for which project did you vote for distributing quadratic funding. Also in my country, Honduras, we have been using this a lot of time. Also in Latin America, this is a very a project that we really like because there is because in general in governance everything is better if you do stuff in a private manner. If you do stuff in the public, you are like vulnerable to coercion. Like, for example, you can um, I don't know, maybe you can be you can be like forced to do some specific vote, or someone can buy your vote. And so Macy takes care of this in a different ways. It's always like trying to see like what social dynamics can be like improved with the help of zero knowledge and with the help of privacy. I think it's a super cool project. And one example is, for example, the ability to change your vote decision after you voted. So, for example, if someone force you to vote for a specific project, you can then go and just erase your vote and do another voting, like without leaving any trace and without anyone knowing that you did change your vote. So they have different dynamics. I think this is a super cool project. Another interesting project that I saw is just private voting using like NFT voting. So basically, maybe you have heard about the Nouns DAO project. If basically it's an NFT auction that happens every specific time. So you can buy an NFT, and if you have an NFT, you can participate on governance. But right now, all the governance happens in the open. But so Aragorn, which is a DAO, basically it's like a DAO as a service, like decentralized application, like very focused on governance, combined with the Nouns DAO, which is the NFT project, combined with Aztec, which are doing like very nice zero knowledge tools and language, and also now they're doing a layer 2, which I think is super cool. They combine to make this private voting application. Basically, to hold and Nouns DAO, you can vote now in a private manner, which I think is super cool. Other application, video games. Maybe you have heard about Dark Forest. So yeah, I think video games can be like super interesting to be combined with Dark Forest with zero knowledge, because a lot of games are like I mentioned, like poker or rock paper scissors or any type of game. Like I think it's like battle chips or any type of game that you can build on top of those mechanics. If you have privacy features, I think it's super cool because you can do like new use cases. And there's this game that it's been working super good, which you have to conquer some planets, and I think it's super cool. Yeah, you can do it in a privacy manner, so you don't have to reveal your strategies. And yeah, this game is live and it's working. I think it's super interesting. And so ticketing. So usually when you buy a ticket, when you go to the entrance, someone will have to verify that it's you. So you will have to reveal your information with the ticket. So with zero knowledge, you can have ticketing platforms that when you go to the entrance, the guy in the door can check that you have like a valid ticket, but you won't have to reveal any information about yourself when you go in. Also, of course, DeFi. We have had like many applications such as ZK Money, where you can like mix your money, and we call this mixers, where you can basically anonymize your money, because of course we have our wallets public, but if someone is able to know our wallet, which wallet do we have, he will be able to know how much money we have. So this is a security issue. So yeah, we need privacy in our money, of course. Like this like something like super fundamental for us. This is not like an easy task, because of course you may have know about Tornado Cash, which is very similar to ZK Money. ZK Money actually shut down because they're doing new they just launched a new actual layer 2 with Aztec, and yeah, they're just doing a better version. But you may have heard about Tornado Cash. There is one developer that is on jail right now. There's a lot of irregularity, it's uncertainty. And we're going to talk also about this um, because I think this DeFi and money, being able to have privacy enabled features on them is very important. So the cool thing about zero knowledge is that technology is so good, like it's so capable of dealing. You can do so many things with it that you not only can like basically operate this money without revealing who you are, so you can keep your money private, but you can also uh, prove whatever the regulatory environment, like basically whatever the government asks you to prove. Basically, you can keep your money like it just like it's very simple terms. You can prove that you can operate your money like in a privacy manner by revealing that you are not North Korea, for example. So you can do a lot of things like this, and we're going to talk also more about this in this presentation. But I think it's very important to mention that this is an issue, and we're going to talk about other issues that zero knowledge has today. But regardless, and not only for a um, opportunity standpoint, like our business oriented standpoint, this is more about the ethos, also about the ethos. Like this is something that we really need as a society. So I think it's very important to just look for ways of how to make things work, how to make everything compatible with the regulations, and how we can have better societies in general. So we're also going to talk more about this in a moment.